Hello, everyone. I would like to share with you some books that your teenagers would really enjoy, or I think they would enjoy. And there are a few that I'm sure that you haven't heard of. So for this holiday season, you can check these books out. I checked them out from the library, and I just covered that up there, but I checked them out from the library. And these are not books that you have to purchase, but you can go to your local library and see if they are there. And they would just be some great read alouds for you to do together. Let's start with Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot Christmas. It has 265 pages and it reads like this. The holidays are anything but merry when a family reunion is marred by murder, and the brilliant Belgian investigator is quickly on the case. On Christmas Eve at Gorston Hall, the Lees family's festivities are shattered by a deafening crash of furniture and a high-pitched wailing scream. Upstairs, in a locked room, the tyrannical patriarch Simeon Lee lies dead. When Hercule Poirot offers to assist, he finds an atmosphere not of mourning, but of mutual suspicion. It seems like everyone had their own reason to hate the old man, but which one of them turned a special occasion into an occasion for homicide? The suspects will indeed be stirring this Christmas Eve. Agatha Christie is the most widely published author of all time, outsold only by the Bible and Shakespeare. Her books have sold more than 1 billion copies in English and another billion in 100 foreign languages. She's no longer alive, but her books and her memories live on, and it sounds like a mystery. Oh, well, actually it says it right here. It is a mystery, so this would be very cool for the whole family to engage in. This next book is called Young Scrooge, a very scary Christmas story. So this one stands more of a middle school read, but what I have found is that there are many times that even at the middle school level, those literature books, those reading books, those classical books are well received and understood on all levels and for all ages. And why not just have something a little lighter, a little more manageable to digest, and something that's fun, even if it is a book on this level. So don't discount it, I guess is what I'm saying. Young Scrooge, a very scary Christmas story, reads like this. Holiday cheer becomes holiday fear in this funny, scary send up of A Christmas Carol from best-selling Goosebumps author R.L. Stine. Rick Scroogeman hates Christmas. He can't stand the carols and the pageants. He can't stand the lights and the mistletoe. But what he hates the most is having to watch the old movie A Christmas Carol every year at school. Since his name is Scroogeman, all of his classmates start calling him Scrooge, and he hates being called Scrooge. But everything starts to change when 3 ghosts visit him. At first, he thinks it's a dream, but then he realizes that it might be a nightmare that could be real. So on the back of this book, it does say ages 9 to 12, but again, a middle school level book can be just as engaging and just as vocabulary rich as books that are for older ages. So I would not discredit that. Please note that this one does refer to ghosts and have some sort of ghost scariness in it. Let's take a look at the very popular, and I only found out about this book last year actually, the Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. And I have seen this name of this book circle around in many places. Beautiful book, by the way. I think it has some illustrations. Let's take a closer look because those other 2 books did not. Let's see. Maybe some of the other books. What is this? Maybe there are some that have illustrations. They have something like this. There we go. They have something like this on the pages. Let's see if okay, so each of the chapters have a brownstone of a house or a tri-level of a house. I think they're going to be called brownstones, but I guess we'll see. I just found another page, the Vanderbeekers' first floor. So it has this blueprint here. Let's see. This book reads like this. It's 5 days before Christmas. and the Vanderbeeker children should be dreaming about sugar plums and presents. But when their landlord mysteriously refuses to renew their lease, the 5 siblings must find a way to change his mind before New Year's. All they have to do is show him how wonderful they are, right? But as every well-intentioned plan goes comically awry, their shenanigans only exasperate their landlord more. What the Vanderbeekers need now is a Christmas miracle. Funny, heartfelt, and as lively as any street in Harlem, this cozy family novel is about the connections we make and the unexpected twists and turns life can take. And the back says, here we go, the brownstone. The Vanderbeekers' home, a humble red brownstone with a weather vane that spun on windy days, sat in the exact middle of the street. Among the many people who had visited it, there was quite a bit of debate about what it was like, but general agreement about what it was not. Calm, tidy, boring, and predictable. This author's name is, I just saw her, here she is, Karina Yan Glasser. What Child Is This by Bonnie MacBird with illustrations by Frank Cho. London, 1890, a snowy December. It reads like this. It's Christmas and games are afoot. Sherlock Holmes is attempting to hide from the relentless holiday cheer until Watson pulls him outside for a walk. In a packed Oxford street, a man suddenly plunges through the crowd and knocks a young woman to the ground, wresting her small boy from her arms. Holmes and Watson leap to their rescue and the assailant escapes empty-handed. But who would try to kidnap a kid in this manner? And more importantly, will he strike again? Thus begin the first of 2 dangerous cases which take Holmes and Watson from the depths of London's prisons and workhouses to fashionable Belgravia, and ultimately to the pinnacle of a glittering Christmas Eve party in Mayfair. And this book has on their first insert page, What Child Is This? That beautiful, beautiful hymn, What Child Is This? Who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthem sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. William Chatterton Dix, 1837 to 1898. There are so many classic Christmas stories, and Seven Sisters has a list of them on their page that you can actually get a free version of just by clicking on the link. So short stories are definitely something that your teens should experience, and they should just know how well written these books were from the 1800s and the early 1900s, and that their style of writing is simple but just so rich and full. So one of the links that is on the Seven Sisters page is called The Burglar's Christmas by Elizabeth L. Seymour. And I just want to read just a little bit of it to you. 2 very shabby-looking young men stood at the corner of Prairie Avenue and 80th Street, looking despondently at the carriages that whirled by. It was Christmas Eve, and the streets were full of vehicles, florist wagons, grocers' carts, and carriages. The streets were in that half-liquid, half-congealed condition peculiar to the streets of Chicago at that season of the year. The swift wheels that spun by sometimes threw the slush of mud and snow over the 2 young men who were talking on the corner. "Well," remarked the elder of the 2, "I guess we are at our rope's end, sure enough. How do you feel?" "Pretty shaky. The wind's sharp tonight. If I had had anything to eat, I mightn't mind it so much. There is simply no show. I'm sick of the whole business. Looks like there's nothing for it but the lake." "Oh, nonsense. I thought you had more grit. Got anything left you can hawk?" "Nothing but my beard. I'm afraid they wouldn't find it worth a pawn ticket," said the younger man ruefully, rubbing the week's growth of stubble on his face. "Got any folks anywhere? Now's your time to strike 'em if you have." Never mind if I have. They're out of the question." "Well, you'll be out of it before many hours if you don't make a move of some sort. A man's got to eat. See here, I am going down to Longton Saloon. There are many other book links on the Seven Sisters website that you can have access to. Some of those stories include Christmas at Red Butte by L.M. Montgomery. This story is about Theodora. She's on an errand to help out her poor aunt, who's her guardian, and little cousins. Christmas Day in the Morning by Pearl S. Buck. Beautiful and touching story of an old farmer who remembered his love early on Christmas Day. The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry is on there as well. It is about a young couple that each make a big sacrifice in order to give a precious gift to the other. And there's several others that are listed. So the links for the books are in the description box, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well, where I post all sorts of fun things about homeschooling and just life in general. I've listed some other holiday videos here for you, including this pumpkin mac and cheese recipe that it's just so good. My family loves it. And then just some other ideas for stocking stuffers and things that I've done in the past, some videos I've created in the past that might be of interest to you, and tween and teen friendly. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.